Welcome, beloveds, to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivia, and this is your soul as well. I do card readings on my channel, and today we're doing pick a card. So sit back and have fun. Beloveds, before you, there are 3 piles. Take a minute, pick a pile. Which one shall I start? I'm going to start with the middle pile. Number 2. What does this pile have in store for you? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Judgment, and it's reverse. There's newness coming in. Don't block any of the newness. Also, whenever I see this card, I just think of judgment. So look at your judgments. Look at your thoughts, your feelings. If you're judging yourself or another, it's important to understand this. It's important to release, let go. It's important to understand that you're in a period of time of transformation and change and newness and rebirth, and to not block it, to not stagnate it. Also, beloved, remember that when a major arcana, this is a major arcana, comes in, it's a powerful card. It's a powerful message. All the cards are powerful, but these ones hold significance. If it's reversed, it's just asking you to look at these things and understand that there might be a blockage or something that is stopping you from really feeling the rebirth that this card brings, that it brings with it, new possibilities, transformation, fresh starts. Discovering joy is actually part of it too, part of that rebirth process. So if it's blocked, it's telling us something about the state that you're in, and to be careful to watch that and just to be aware of that. So let's leave this card here. Let's see if there are more that want to speak from the tarot deck. And there is. It's that one. It's the 9 of Swords. Are you having sleepless nights? These cards come up in conjunction to one another, one beside each other. So forgiveness is so important right now, and releasing and letting go. It's not worth it to hang on to past problems. It's really important to release and surrender to the life that is before you and whatever is happening right now. It doesn't do you any good, wasting your time worrying about something that you could have done different, something that could have been different. So pay attention to your thoughts around that. I have a feeling that this is about a past love, a past romantic interest, gone wrong, gone sour, something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. Perhaps you had a lot of energy and promise in a relationship, and somehow it fell through, broken promises perhaps. But reflect back on the Judgment card and reflect back on, is it really worth putting your energy into that and creating this stress for you? Let's see if there's another card that wishes to speak to us about this situation. Okay, this is the card. All right. So you can see here that the Tower card comes up. So I think that you're in for major change. It could be an upheaval. You might not be prepared for it. This card is not always a bad thing. It just is showing us that these emotions here, because this is a card of emotion, these emotions here might come crashing down if you continue on this path, right? So there's going to be upheaval. Something is going to switch. Now let's look again. Let's see if there's another card that wishes to speak. Oh, that one. What do you think it is? But it's a crossing card. It is the 2 of Cups. This 2 of Cups is serving as a crossing card here, and it shows us everything. So this is telling me a lot. This whole thing here is telling me so much about where you're at. A past love life situation has brought you to this state here of this misery, of this heartache, and it hurts, doesn't it? It's hard. But very soon, something is going to burst. You can't hold on to those feelings anymore. We have to really release them, right, to move forward, and that we have to forgive. Let's do a universal card. It's essence. Just remember your essence. Remember how powerful you are. My beloved, remember your essence.
Remember that truly you are the one spirit of life, of the eternal light, that you are so worthy of love. You are so worthy of the right person coming into your life. And this heartache that is here, it doesn't have to be here. We can really release it and surrender to it. When we surrender to what is right now, we can release all of this. We can let it go in back to the universe for it to be absolved, and then it returns back to us pure, so that we can move forward in our quest for this wonderful, beautiful, loving life. Is there another card here that wishes to speak to us? Oh, there we go. Love! You have the love cards. This is not a major arcana love card. It's the Two of Cups, but still, there are 3 love cards here. So this is wonderful. Love is in the air for you. So this is the feeling I was getting before as well, that just releasing judgment, letting go of that anguish, letting go of that painful heart that weighs you down. It can be difficult for us to let go of the past. It can be difficult for us when we've loved somebody so much and we've opened our hearts so much to forget, to open our hearts again, to forgive. But in order to move on, you must do this forgiveness. You must write this card. You must allow for this change to come through, so that you can have this beautiful experience. This beautiful experience is before you. It's a time for transformation. It's a time to bring out, the best in you again, to have somebody in your life, to have this choice open up. Beloveds, let's move on to the animal medicine cards. Oh, there's your card. Coyote. This reading is telling me that the last relationship was a very difficult relationship for you, that maybe you even feel a bit taken advantage of, perhaps even swindled. Like, this is the imagery that's coming through, and it's definitely the energy of the coyote reversed especially. And it fell like right on these cards right here, right? So let's observe that. Let's observe how this reversal card that means to be tricked, either by self or others, can mean the trickster energy or con artist, fell in reversal right next to these. And this tells me that this affects like your love relationship, the past here, the misery coming through. Remember that this was also reversed. Let's keep that reversed just for now. And the placement and the position of this card tells me that it affects you. The person that you are is being affected by this. And it's time to let go. Another thing about the coyote that we need to keep in mind is that the coyote always reminds us to play and to have fun, and how important it is, how integral it is to our being, that we need to not only let go, we also need to make sure that we're staying in joy and fun and bliss. And how better to do that than to get out to play? This is this energy that is here, that is telling me what you need to know about moving forward to release the pent-up energy. Remember, if you keep this energy within you, if you keep this within you, right? Eventually, all those feelings and those emotions that you try to hold within you, the dam's got to break sometime, baby. And that's what I see here with this card. But this here is telling me a story about how you got to where you are. But you are still the love. And your true essence is that of love. So, of course you can get this. Of course you can bring this in. Of course you can do it. Let's move on to your light language card. There you are. Ask your soul. Ask your soul. This card just is such a beautiful card. I can't ever get over how beautiful this card is. This is you, beloved. This is the magnificence of your soul. This card shows us that connecting in with your soul and really asking for guidance around this and healing, asking for healing around this, asking for the right messages to come in. You can do this in your dreams. There's so much healing that happens in dreams. And before you go to bed, just ask your dreams about how you can heal, how you can move forward through this, what it is that you can do to make this happen for you, to find the right person, to release the past. You might just be amazed at what can happen. One of the things I would like to point out to you about this card is that it's a manifestation card that indicates that whatever you have asked for is going to turn up soon. So is it love? Is it this love here? Because that's a beautiful reading, right? So it's about this card, and this soul expansion is about soul expansion and how we create and how we expand consciousness. And that asking is the first step. And remember that the universe interprets vibrations, not words. So my beloveds, that's your pile 2. Thanks for playing this game. Continue watching if you'd like. Also join me here next week on Saturday.
Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss an upload.
Beloveds, we're down to 2 piles. Which shall it be next? 1 or 2? Well, let's go with 2, because why be ordinary when we can be different? Nice rose quartz here on it. Let's see what this pile has to offer us today. There we are. There's the first card. Oh, we have heart issues coming up today on our pick a card. There seems to be a bit of heart issues. This card is a hard card to see in a reading. It just talks about a heavy heart, a burdened heart, grief. Maybe you're grief stricken. Maybe there's a loss that you're feeling right now. But let's look further to see, what we can do here. What is this one? Oh. So there's resistance in the air. Change wants to be here with you. Change wants to come through and transform you. The world is here with you. The world. This major arcana card, it deals lots with culmination, completion, accomplishment, being fulfilled, wholeness. Think about it, right? Wholeness is such an important element of happiness. It combines with the sense that everything is working together for a greater good. It embodies principles of the world being your oyster, everything being at your fingertips, being in a good position. But the card did come up reversed. So the pain in your heart is blocking you from moving forward and from having everything that you desire, this wholeness that you desire. So make sure to look at any energy within you that refuses to explore new horizons, or any reticence within you, reluctance within you to step out of the ordinary and do something new. All right, let's see if there's one more. Oh, there's a few. Okay, let's look at all of these. This heartache here is about somebody, maybe a past lover, past partner. It could be yourself. Always to look to the self as well, rather than pointing blame. So we can't ever disregard the self. But if it's somebody else, somebody with turbulence of emotion and moodiness, lots of depth there, but could have been volatile. This is the imagery that's coming. And again, this person here it led to a stagnation, the same stagnation that's being shown here. Things not moving forward the way you want. Things just blocking. So the Wheel of Fortune card always reminds us that the life spins, right? Life continually turns. It doesn't stop. But when we try to hold things in place, that's when things become a problem. It's another reminder to let go. Right here, the Chariot is telling me a lot that, your luck is actually about to change, because the Chariot is here. It wants to move you forward. It wants to propel you out of this. Another major arcana. So you have 3 of them. This is a powerful reading for you, beloved. Now this card is a card of victory. So this is how I know that things are changing for you. But this card speaks a lot to controlling our emotion. This emotion here of this king that has so much depth to his passion, but it could be turbulent, as I mentioned. And the Chariot speaks to having self-assertion and controlling our will and our temperament, our emotions, and that if you can do this, you will come out on top. You will be victorious. You will reach your goal. The Chariot talks a lot about when something being a struggle, and there seems to be struggle here with the heart and movement forward. The Chariot says that the struggle can be surmounted. It is a card that offers support and encouragement. And it suggests that we will rise above adversity. So keep going, beloved. Keep on your journey. Don't give up now. Let's see which of the universal cards want to speak. Oh, right. Concentration. This tells me, what are you directing your energy into? What are you concentrating on? Are you concentrating on the past and the heartache? Are you stuck in turbulent and perhaps volatile emotion? Was there somebody in your past that exhibited this type of emotion and turbulence? Well, this card tells me to start concentrating on the life that you want. Start concentrating on more positive, higher frequency emotions. Concentration is like a muscle that needs to be exercised. And that learning to concentrate for an extended period of time is how you strengthen that muscle, right? Think about it. What we focus on comes into our life. And it's the only way to strengthen this. And as we focus our attention on one thought, and the more power we invest in that thought, it eventually comes into our life. And that's why, too, emotion is so important, because it's oftentimes why people are such great manifestors, but they manifest what they don't want, because a lot of times our most intense emotions are negative. And then we get this negative heartache here and stagnation and blockages. So find a way to release that, find a way to turn this into happier, more joyous feelings. Use this law to your greatest advantage to concentrate on what you want to create. Because the more you concentrate on it, your ideal, the more power you're giving to your vision, and the sooner it'll be attracted into your life. This is this card here. This card is showing me this stagnation, this heartache. But these two cards together, what these two cards together are showing me is that just to continue on your path, continue doing your work, and it will lead to victory. So take some time to define what it is that you want. What do you want? What brings you joy? What is blissful to you? This heartache up here could have to do with a love relationship. This heartache here could have to do with a love relationship, but it could just be a pain of some sort. Maybe you've lost somebody recently. Maybe your life has shifted tremendously recently. Maybe you've been through a lot. So hopefully you are intuiting this yourself as well. So as I read through the cards, I hope that you as well intuit them for yourselves. You know your life, you know yourself better than anyone else could ever. So if that is about love, let it be so. And if it's about something different, then you know that answer. Let's see if there's another universal law card that wants to speak with us. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's creation. This goes hand in hand here, doesn't it? The creation card. Look at that beautiful spiral. Isn't that gorgeous? So what are you focused on? What are you concentrating on? What are you putting into motion? What are you creating? What do you want to create? This card tells me that you're on that journey and that victory will be yours. Hard work, persistent effort is needed right now. One of the major themes of the creation card is that what I just mentioned, that most times, many of us who are not aware of how we create, how we manifest into form, oftentimes do it through these negative feelings that come up, right? The heartache, the stagnancy, and the turbulence, the intense feelings that are negative in nature. And the theme of this card is that regardless of whether we're aware or not, regardless of whether we want it or not, we are in the process of continuous creation. And we're creating from this formless substance into manifest form. And your power right now, beloved, lies in understanding that you are an intentional creator, to recognize yourself as this, and to create intentionally. Understanding that the universe is at your command. And that's these two cards as well. Well, it's this, and that's this card too, right? This card here tells us that everything is here for us. We can have anything we want. Everything is here for us. We must acknowledge it. You know, in this law of creation card, one of the things that you can do, your work right now, beloved, is to understand yourself as this powerful creator, to turn the circumstances of your life around, and to draw in everything that you need for your very best life. Final deck, pile 3, beloveds. Let's see what the light language deck has in store for us today. There it is. Your soul name. Have you forgotten who you really are? Do you know what your soul name is? Have you ever asked? Have you ever asked about the harmony of your soul name? When this card comes up, it says that you are about to receive this as a gift, your soul name. This card has a lot to do with this heart here. So I'm feeling that for you, it's a disconnection from your heart, because this card speaks to awakening your heart and knowing its absolute fullness. And this soul name card, this particular oracle, speaks to the beauty of your soul name being placed into your heart before you were ever born, and how much the soul and how much your dreams and desires are realized when you live life with an open heart. So you can ask for this. You can ask to be told your soul name and ask to be taken on this path. It helps you to liberate yourself, liberate your soul. See yourself receiving it, receiving the sound. It will be a frequency. This card, and this soul name card, is about coming into consciousness of who you really are and really listening and paying attention, because then the heartache subsides, right? Reconnection to your soul, understanding who you truly are. Remember that the swords in the tarot represent separation. They cut through the air. They help us cut out, eliminate, but they also separate. And the soul name card is talking about realigning and really coming back into awareness, emerging back in with that part of your soul, this piece of your soul name that holds such a big part of your soul. And it's uniting the division, uniting these components of yourself, this fragmentation for unification, for wholeness, which is the wholeness that was here as well, right? This happiness here, feeling whole, coming into wholeness brings about happiness, our true bliss. So this is a very mystical card and journey that you're on right now, beloved. And just keep the faith. Remember that you can create whatever it is that you want. It would be good to journal about this and write your thoughts out about what you wish to create into your life, what you want to bring in. Let me know in the comments what you're working on right now, what you're creating. Beloveds, we are here now at our final pile, which is actually the first one, number one, numero uno. All right, ready? Okay, 3 cards. We have, almost facing upwards, a little bit sideways, the Ace of Swords, asking you to make a choice, to use discernment, to cut out all the crap out of your life. The King is crossing. Now, what this is telling me is that you have not, it's also serving almost reversed and a crossing. You have not been able to do this. You have not been able to release and act with discernment and use with mental acuity, because the King is all about the pinnacle of mental acuity, making quick decisions like the CEO. That's the King's energy. Let's talk a little bit more about the Ace. Remember how it came up? It came up a little bit skewed. So for me, that's symbolic of not really being quite full upright, but it almost is. It's making its way there, right? It's making its way upright. So what's happening right now for you, beloved, is that there's something new coming in. There's a new idea, a birth of something. It's on the mental realm, on the mental plane. So an idea, maybe communication, it could be an answer to a focal question or a solution to a problem that's coming in. Now, remember too that the Ace of Swords bring in powerful changes, and oftentimes they feel very karmic or linked to your destiny. Now, but the swords are never easy, right? They're not the easiest in the bunch. They're always about adversity or decisions, maybe sometimes difficult decisions. And you always need to view the situation objectively and as dispassionately as possible, especially since the King is coming up as a crossing card. When the King comes up as a crossing card, it's telling me that you are too emotionally involved in something and not detached. You are not using logic and reason, and you are not making necessarily the best decision, especially when there's incoming card, right? So when the Ace comes up, if there's any sort of decision, think through it carefully and do not compromise this. Let's remember as well, beloveds, that the swords mean truth, cutting through truth, and that this is the action that this King would like you to take. This Ace here and this King want you to speak up for the truth, be truthful in your words and separate thoughts that are not honest. When you're not being honest with yourself, it's important to be so honest with self. Let's see what the third card is. It is strength, also acting somewhat as a crossing. So something happening right now, are not being able to really courageously step into your power and to speak your truth. Not having the will, not having the strength. So strength has a lot to do with the right amount of control. See how she is. It's like she's gently persuading the lion. She's bidding the lion her will. She's gently persuading the lion, right? She's not forcing. So this is a lot to do with this card. So with these cards coming up this way, maybe you're trying to force a situation. When this card comes up this way, this card also denotes compassion and patience. It's about dealing calmly with frustration. And this card as well, talking about endurance, right? Getting composure, not getting angry. So right now, maybe there's a lot of emotion involved in your situation and you're finding it hard to separate from that emotion and act out of this place of strength and compassion. Let's move on now to the Universal Law deck and see what the Universal Law deck has for us. Just one or two. Emotion. That makes so much sense. Emotion comes up. So what's holding you up, beloved, is emotion, right? We sensed that, didn't we, before? About just being so, so control of your emotion is key right now. Control of your emotion is so key right now. Having control of our emotions can seem daunting sometimes, right? Because, was it this way? I can't even remember anymore. Because the power of our ability to manifest into physical form deals greatly with the frequency that we're emitting. The frequency that we are emitting out into the universe it's like a mirror, the universe. It comes back on us. And this is all about your internal state. It's so linked to your emotion. And right now, these cards just show so much about being, having to exert control over this emotion. Remember again that emotion is energy in motion. It's about being able to, quality of what you manifest is directly linked to your energy in motion. And turn it around. Find a way to turn around your feelings. If you're feeling bad, call a friend, go do something that you like. Try to bring more energy of bliss and joy in. Go out and play. Let's see if there's another universal deck. Universal law. Oh, did you see that one fly out? Oh, way over here. What is it? Let's see. It's reciprocity. Reversed though. But so what you give is what you get. It's about reciprocity has so much to do with being able to receive and being open. Reciprocity in its reverse. So did I not just tell you? We not just talk about how the universe is a mirror and what you project out comes back to you. This is the law of reciprocity. What you give is what you get. And if you are giving the universe negative thoughts, pent up emotions, resistance, trying to control, that's what's going to come back on you. You need to feel worthy of what you want, and you need to give yourself, you want more love, give more love. Do it through your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. Give openly and freely without conditions, without inhibitions, and allow the unlimited possibilities to flow in. Remember, it was reversed. It's showing a blockage, and I'm leaving it right here for you. I'm going to move these cards, and we're going to move on now. Let's see which animal would like to speak with us today. Oh, there it is. It's Badger. So Badger has come up a lot this week. I think we are all doing some healing. Badger deals with healing on all levels of healing. Badger's meaning is aggressiveness, but it's not aggressiveness, which is interesting, right? Because these cards are saying not to be aggressive. The energy that Badger brings in is persistence. Maybe persistence is a better word for this card. It's the persistent action that is needed in order to create the life that you want. Badger's like a medicine woman that comes and heals the wounds. The parent that stays up through the night, nursing their child back to full health. This is the persistence that the Badger requires of us. So right now, there's some blockages here that need to be addressed. And Badger is coming up to say that you can't just, work on it a bit and then let it go and expect things to change. You have to continually work to change thought patterns. Remember this ace that was coming in? That was a new idea coming into you. That was a new idea, a new thought, new ways of being through ideas, through communication. Maybe a message is going to come to you, a problem solved. And these cards tell us that Badger tells us that you can't just try to do it one time. You have to continually go back to the drawing board, see what's worked, what hasn't worked, and continue to move forward. Let's see if there's another animal medicine card that wants to speak to us today. Let's see if there's another animal medicine card. Let's see if there's another animal that would like to speak with us. Two of them. Turtle and ant. It's important for you to stay grounded, get out into nature, and to understand cycles, right? What cycle are you in right now? Are you in a negative cycle? Are you in a good cycle? Turtle speaks to this. And ant talks about working together, collaborating with other people. And ant also speaks greatly to patience, having patience. And that's this persistence card here, right? Just being patient and understanding that it can take a while to change a thought pattern. Remember, this one was sideways right here when it came in. It can take a while to shift that, to come up. So be patient with yourself. Continue to work at your goals and continue to move yourself forward through this. Turtle tells me lots about the reciprocity card as well, because both of these cards deal with cycles. And Turtle tells us that everything eventually returns to where it came from. And that's reciprocity. And that's your thought, right? I'm going to leave this upright for now as a reminder. So Turtle as well, like I said, is slow and it requires patience, and it's about cycles. Cycles can take a while to shift. The energy of Turtle teaches us to go within, and it's about timing, and it's about going within, and it's about really grounding, and it's about the energy of the earth, the Mother Earth's energy in through all of us. And then ant as well is reflective here of these cards of persistence and patience, because ant is patience. It's one of its major keywords and one of its greatest energies. It works together, builds, it has stamina, it plans, it always believes it's taken care of. And it works together in a community to bring about self-sacrifice, and hard work is involved here. And that's what's required of you right now. It's required. And this medicine here, this energy of ant here, tells me that maybe what needs to happen is maybe you need to join some groups and some support. Maybe you need a support group. Maybe there's turtle energy coming up, because turtle has a lot to do with earth energy. Being outside and getting and grounding is going to help you. And maybe doing something like joining a group that goes out for walks or spends time in nature, that might help you shift and just enter a new state of being. Difference. When we change, when we do anything different, it actually creates new neurons in our brains. So if you haven't been within a group for a while, or joined a group, or gone outside to do like something like that, like a group walk or a hike, this may be of great benefit to you, as absurd in this moment as it might sound. But that's just the information that's coming through. Do what you will with it. And obviously the interpretation is up for you as well. Whatever this means to you, if you have new ideas, by all means, let me know in the comments. As well, since we're on the topic of comments, do you have other interpretations for these cards that I haven't covered? Let me know in the comments what you think, because I would love to hear your interpretations of these cards or the messages that came through to you. Beloved Pile 1 pickers, here is your language of love card coming through to you. Here it is. Grounding. See, this is what's necessary, and this is what the turtle is saying. And that's what I was just telling you. You're going to get great benefit from going outside and being in nature. You're going to get great benefit from walking in the trees. You're going to get great benefit if the weather permits and it calls to you to ground, just barefoot. You know, that might help you quite a bit. And there's lots of research and documentaries on grounding if you want to look them up, because this is what is necessary for you right now. Remember that we cannot manifest anything from the higher realms embodied in our bodies unless we're really embodied. unless we're present in our bodies. When we're present in our bodies, and that's when we really can bring in the energy here in and through us, right? See this energy here in this card? It shows it all. It comes through into us. And if we're not grounded, if we're not having this energy in us, then we don't have the vital life force that we need. We can't really manifest. Remember that if you're feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, scattered, grounding is important to you. It's calling in all of your energy to your body. That's what it means. Just to have more energy available, to have more of your energy available to you in the present time, to be present, to have this cohesion of energy. And that's what it means to be embodied, to be present in our bodies, to have this energy possible and present. And this is important for us so that we can access this. It's important for us to access this energy, to be fully present. It helps us. It's part of being obviously energized and feeling great, and it contributes to happiness and emotions, but it also helps us manifest. There you have it, my beloveds. The first pile relates all to grounding, relates to releasing emotion, a lot of emotion. It relates to releasing emotion, making really good decisions, new ideas coming in, newness coming in. A lot of emotion this week came up. All right, beloveds, thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week. May you be blessed on your path. Thank you for joining me here. Join me every Saturday for Pick a Card. I love you all.